Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Yo, 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 go, go.
Mike, 55. Check.
On first down, it's Pope. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Go. Hey, exit. 55.
Looking to throw on second down. Flanagan. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Dobbins. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Here we go. 6 yards. Here we go, G. It's just me and you.
On first down, Dobbins. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
They'll try the left side. It's Armstrong. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Check Mike. Watching the grind. I'm on. Check 9. Check.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Me. I got this.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Yeah.
Mike 51.
Look, squeeze. Shoot.
2nd and 14. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready?
From the gun, Flanagan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Check. Check 37. Check 37.
Lee Griffin.
This is Pope. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
What we got?
Bravo.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. All day, every day, any day. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now.
Looking to throw. Flanagan. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43.
On the ball. They go.
Back to throw. Flanagan. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 24. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Put that team on the box.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Ready up.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Go, go, go. Switch, switch, switch.
Begin.
Go,
Pope.
go, go, run.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I'm going to hit you.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Ready to break.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Here's Pope. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On the ready.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Come on.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following the busted contact. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 50-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
55, Mike.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go. Now.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 43.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
It's easy work.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Look at me. Zipper. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 8. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Murray with a 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That's pulled in at the 32. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play fake. Murray. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, he'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From just shy of midfield, Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete. Smith has it. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
Yep. 51. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot. Let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Not here. 51. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Flanagan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Mike 51. Go on. Come on, D.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Hey, Charlie.
51. Let's go. 51.
Throwing on first down. Flanagan. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Let's get that ball right here.
Check 31. Check 31.
Jim, get it.
Throwing again. Flanagan. And this one complete to Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Open man is Samuel, complete. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Murray gets this one to Isabella, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Switch. Check 99. He's checking. Craig.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the...
And the Raiders have got him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Watch the safety creep. Jump by.
Looking to throw. Flanagan. He's going to fire one deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And the return will stop right around the 25. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, come on now, come on now. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Pope, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Big dance. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Shoot.
Back to throw. Flanagan gets this one left side to Pettis. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st.
A gain of 12 yards. And our Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
64, weak. Check 50, check 50.
Alert flare, flare.
Hey, echo.
Switch. Wide, get wide. Kill.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Flanagan. Airing it out deep for Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Murray now on first down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. We're back now in KC. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Under 10, 10. Slap. Kill. Hey,
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Hey, switch gears. Tighten up. Zip it. Alert 3. Deuce.
They'll try to left side. Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Y'all playing the wrong one. Check it back.
On first down, Dobbins. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Exit. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
I'm here all day.
51. To go.
To throw again. Flanagan. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run with Pope again. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run it with Pope. And he's got some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake. Flanagan. Looking here for Smith downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Get in there. Let's get in there. Switch it.
Go. Check 24. Check 24.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Go.
6 guard. Check 6 guard.
He's coming. Double up.
They'll run on first down. Armstrong. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
You go 9-9. 66. Pull it. High. Slam.
Check 9. Watch that.
Squeeze.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check.
That's me. That's it.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. This complete to Jones. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards.
First down, Raiders.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Slam. Shot. Watch the shot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Check 3.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the... And maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Third down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Hey, exit. 3 down, 3 down. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Ready?
From the gun, Flanagan. Hard throw, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Let's go. Check 26, check 26. 36, 36.
Bravo.
On 4th down, Flanagan. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And an alley to run. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. We're ready.
Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.